What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday in the morning, U.S. time. So come by and say hello. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the DEC APR versus the SPS APR and what I'm doing personally. So first of all, this is not financial advice. I'm just kind of working through these. I thought I'd put it out there in case I have any blind spots and if anybody could correct me on any incorrect math that I did. But as it currently stands, the way that I'm calculating this out is that even though the APR for DEC looks incredibly high right now after the SPS pump, what I am seeing is that the overall return, so the real return, is still better with SPS and staking SPS. So the TLDR is that I think that it is better to stake SPS, and you'll probably get it from the title of this anyway. But if you saw one of my recent videos, I talked about where the current APR for SPS is, including the value that you get from vouchers. And this is all after the big run up in price from the validator node announcement. So DEC pumped up a little bit as well. We're 0.0016 as it stands. And I went ahead and did the math already. So I calculated it out for you using that $100 example. And where we currently stand is about a 221% APR for DEC versus the 55, we'll just be generous and say 56% APR for SPS plus vouchers. So when you look at that on the surface, it's just like, oh, well, this almost seems like a no-brainer, right? Well, okay. This is how I'm viewing it in the long run. Now, I'm going to use the Splinter Cards calculator here. So shout out to Splinter Cards for this. There's only 99 days left in the airdrop overall. So what this is essentially going to do, right, is give me in my opinion, the best case scenario. So best case scenario for this is $59 if SPS remains the same in value. Now, the thing is, we know with DEC, there is going to be a return to the peg. I mean, it's just a given at this point, and the team is expecting it, and they're actively wanting it to happen. So when I look at this and I say, okay, $59 here, and with where DEC currently is, if I was to buy in with DEC, that would be let's put it this way. That would be a 40% drop from that $100. So I'd be at about 60. And then if I'm going to get 59, we'll just say $60 from the airdrop in the next 3 months and 10 days, or 99 days, then for that time period, my real rate of return will be about $120, right? The 59 here plus the 60 that I get from my initial investment, dropping from 100 to 60. So over the next couple of months, my APR turns out to be roughly 20%. And how do I get that? Well, $60 here, or $60 from my initial investment plus the $60 that I get airdropped in SPS value equals the 120%. I'm sorry, not 120%. It equals $120, which is a 20% increase on my overall investment. Now that only covers like 99 days, but I'm actually gonna make it. I'm just gonna round down to make things easier. Let's just say it's 90 days, and that is 1 quarter, right? So my 1/4 percentage return is 20%. And then if you extrapolate that out for a year, it's going to be 80%. Now it's not going to be quite 80% because obviously, I'm rounding down from 99 to 90 days. So it's going to be a little bit below 80%. But when you look at that compared to where SPS currently is, SPS and vouchers are sitting at 55, 56% if you saw my last video. So that is the way that I'm looking at it from a true APR perspective. Granted, we're not going to get this for a whole year. We're only going to get it for 99 more days. But when I look at it based over the next, 99 days, and I see those numbers, yes, is DEC still significantly higher? Yes, but the reason that I am more bullish on SPS, and I guess it's not really just SPS, but vouchers, is because of the recent news that we have with vouchers, and voucher prices going up affects SPS APR because that includes vouchers, but it doesn't necessarily affect the DEC APR that you're holding. Yes, in the long run, it's going to be helpful because hopefully all the SPS that you're getting airdropped from the airdrop or yeah, from the airdrop, sorry, is going to be staked, and so you'll get the returns ultimately. But if you have the SPS now and can get the vouchers, well, then I feel as though the upside potential of both of vouchers specifically, because you're going to get the upside potential of both SPS anyway. Although holding the SPS now, if you expect the value to go up in the future versus DEC, which we know is going to go down, to me just represents a much higher potential return. Okay. So when I give you the raw numbers, DEC from just the state of where things are at right now, and if we were to assume things stayed the same or got better for DEC, would look to be in DEC's favor. But I guess what I'm betting on is the fact that with voucher sales, not voucher sales, but validator sales coming up and potential voucher prices to increase in value, potential SPS utility as well as voucher utility to come in, I like the upside of holding SPS at this price point. So I'm not saying that, SPS can't go down any further. I'm just saying that if I'm going to bet on one of them, I'm going to bet on the one that has potential to go up versus the one that I think is going to go down, even if it's getting the better return right now. So I'm not saying that this is the right way to go. I'm just giving you my opinion on where I'm going with things. Now, I do have, a decent amount in the SPS DEC liquidity pool, and I've decided that because I still want exposure to that, I am no longer, I'm still going to keep that, but I'm no longer going to add to that position as I was doing every day, right? I was kind of rebalancing across the entire game and across all the different assets, and I would put a little bit every single day. I've decided that I'm no longer going to do that. And what I will do is whatever I was going to allocate to that, I'm just going to buy SPS straight up, stake it, and be happy and move on my merry way. Now, I will let that liquidity pool position stay there for now and do what it needs to do. Ultimately, hopefully, it should get me a little bit more as we get closer to the end of the airdrop. SPS value goes up and or DEC value goes down, and I end up with more DEC, meaning that I get more DEC, more airdrop points overall. And then, we'll see what I end up doing with DEC afterwards, but I am probably eyeing, if it goes well below the peg, to grab cards for the 4K DEC if and when that becomes available. But like I said, I do want exposure to both. Obviously, I recognize that the APR for DEC is still quite high, but at the end of the day, any new value that I'm putting in or allocating or reallocating within the game, I'm putting that towards SPS. So that's all I have for you in this video today. I know that there were a lot of numbers thrown around, so if it was confusing, definitely let me know. But the final thing was, as it currently stands, the way that I see it, the real APR for DEC, including the price depreciation, is going to be about 80% for the year, even though it's, from a yearly standpoint, even though we're only going to get it for 99 days. So 80% versus the 55, 56% for SPS. But I like the upside potential on SPS versus the downside, not even potential, but downside negatives that we know are going to hit with DEC. And I'm going to take that bet on SPS. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would love to continue the conversation there, especially if I missed something or miscalculated something. Please do let me know. I will see you all in the next video, and I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.